Section 2.6, Symmetry and Transformations. Now we're going to have a lot of fun. Okay. First of all, just a definition. A figure, geometric figure, is said to be symmetric about a line L. Okay, so that's what we're defining, symmetric about a line L. If for every point, any point, we'll call it A on the figure, there is another point, B, on the figure, for which this line L is the perpendicular bisector of the line segment AB. Let's look at an example. So suppose I give you a square. Okay. Now if I draw a line L through here, there's my line L, right through the middle, and let's see, if I pick this point A, and then there's this other point over here, B. And notice that for the line segment AB, line L is a perpendicular to that line, and it also bisects that line segment AB. And this is true for any point that I choose on this square. So I can choose another point A. Well, then there's this point B right here. And again, we have this line segment, and this is line L is again the perpendicular bisector. And you can choose one more point. So what if I chose this point to be A? Then which point is my B? So this would be my point B. And again, we have this line segment, AB, and line L is the perpendicular bisector for that line segment. So this is an example of a geometric figure which is symmetric about the line L. You can think of it almost as if you covered up one side, then you could sort of see that this line L is a mirror image of the side that you covered up. Or line L creates this mirrored image. I'm sure you've all been familiar with symmetry before. Now, a figure doesn't have to be symmetric about just one line. Let's consider the square again. Can you think of any other line of symmetry for this square? Well, we could do something like this. Here's my line L. So now this square is symmetric about this vertical line L, but it's also symmetric about this horizontal line L, because any point that I pick, then there's another point, so that I can make a line segment between those two, and I have a perpendicular bisector. There's one more line of symmetry for a square, or maybe two more, depending on how you look at it. Anyone think of what it might be? What if I drew this line? And this was my line of symmetry L. Now let's think about, does this make, is this follow the definition? So if I pick a point A, is there another point B so that If I drew a line between A and B, a line segment, then I'd have a perpendicular bisector. This line L is the perpendicular bisector of this segment, which means it's perpendicular to the segment, and it also bisects the segment. And that's true for any other point on the square. A. This one would be B. Now my artistry may be a little off, but I think you can visualize. There's my line segment AB. This line L bisects it and is perpendicular to it. And we'll do one more example, maybe in blue. So this is A, and this is B. So there's a few examples of lines of symmetry. This is for a square.